What's going on, guys? We're coming at you with a new video. This one is all about cheating. Should you do it? How to do it? When to do it?
I want to do it.
I don't think we've ever made a video really talking about cheat meals. Maybe we have, though.
We've showed our cheat meals because we have them.
A lot of you guys ask like how often we cheat. For the first few years of doing keto, I almost never cheated. Maybe I probably like the longest I've done keto without cheating once is like maybe 2.5 years straight. Lately though, I've added some cheats back into my life. I like it. I think I'm more ready for them nowadays, having, done keto for so long. I feel like I'm just back more in control of things. So maybe in the past year, I've done like 5 to 7 cheats.
Every couple months. And for me, it's always like a tasting menu or a dinner. I've like refined my palate and I want to try all the cuisines in all the different preparations. And so for me, that's something I enjoy. I make a part of my lifestyle and I don't feel bad about it. Let's jump into the 3 approaches that you could use if you want to cheat, if you are going to cheat, if you want to know what's the best way to go about cheating. Number 1 is my personal favorite.
Wait, first to address, some people I know are going to say you should never cheat.
Oh, there's those guys. We get it.
And the thing is, I don't. Should you never cheat? Is that even an accurate statement? You should never cheat. I don't know that it is. First off, we're here having this experience as humans. Tasting really good, exciting things, that could enhance it, right?
Yeah.
Same as like, recreational drinking once in a while is an enhancement to your life.
Same with having a dog or having a baby.
Yeah, so there's definitely 2 perspectives to come from. Like just saying never cheat, I don't think is good. And there's also some people that not ever cheating is not realistic.
Right.
Most people doing a standard American diet or even yo-yo dieting, those people in particular, I would say, they're always trying to do things without cheating, when maybe if you take a more moderate approach, cheat once in a while, you could have actually better success long term.
Jumping in, number 1, this is my personal favorite because this is exactly what I use, like I mentioned. Plan it out. And I think planning it out is crucial because it's going to allow you to have some control. So there's not going to be any mental guilt or feelings around it where you just have to get your body back or get your diet back. It's going to be, my birthday's coming up, my anniversary's coming up, grandma's special apple pie. I want to have something that I miss, that I don't get all the time, and that is okay. So if it's planned, then you're never off plan. A great resource for this is Adam Schwably. We actually have a course on jointhecurve.com if you want to check it out. He talks a lot more in detail about planning it out and giving you the tools and resources you need to approach a keto diet with some balance, right?
Yes, so that's the biggest thing. Is your cheat you're doing part of your plan or not part of your plan? There's really 2 types of cheats. The one that you know is coming up, you're prepping for it, you're planning for it, you're thinking about it a little, that's going to be good, that's going to be good. The other type is one where you just spontaneously grab foods and eat them. That's obviously significantly worse because you're not in control. You're either in control or not in control. The other thing I would add, though, is if you are doing the planned cheat meal, I think you have to have some sort of upper limit to it. It can't just be like, we're having a cheat meal and I can eat as much as I want. Because if you're really restricting and then your cheat meal comes up, you just go nuts. A cheat meal within reason, maybe once in a while.
Yeah, or even if it's a cheat day, I think whatever you choose to do, just make sure that it's fitting into your lifestyle and it's not gonna like veer you off track for several days post-cheat meal, cheat day. And also, I think planning it out is really important because it can be a motivation for a lot of people. So number 2, I think this is a really great one too, the 80-20 rule. And you've probably heard it, right? Yeah,
it became really popular randomly in like the last 10 years. Everyone's into the 80-20 rule. To me, my initial thoughts of the 80-20 rule is 80 is a little low. It depends where you're coming from, obviously, but for me personally, I'm more thinking like 95-5 is going to be better than 80-20. Basically what it means is 80% of the time you're doing your diet plan or you're doing the things you're supposed to be doing. 20% of the time you're indulging, doing things suboptimally. If you're doing the 0-100 right now, which is like the standard American diet, 80-20 is going to be a great step up. Even 50-50, like have a salad every once in a while. That's a huge step up. It's a bit low because if you think of what 80-20 is, what you have, let's say 14 meals a week, or almost 3 of those would be cheat meals.
Yeah, and so I like 80-20 because that 20% of the time, I'm not like going to Krispy Kreme or going to Baskin Robbins. I'm not even doing carbs. I'm just having some keto snacks, some keto baked goods because we bake a lot. But for me, 80-20 works. And it's a good reminder that nutrition isn't black and white. There is that gray area. So if I plan to do 90-10, but I end up doing 80-20, I don't feel bad about it because there is that leeway. There is that cushion that we've built in. I'm not going to do 0-100, standard American diet, but I know I'm not going to do 100-0, because if I did 100-0, if I was carnivore or I stayed super clean keto 100% of the time, I would probably burn out. And I would even say when we started, we weren't doing 80-20 or like optimal keto or like just staying perfect all the time, because I think our diet now is a lot better, right?
Yes.
So like no vegetable oils, we don't eat out as much, we cook at home a lot more, we get like local farm stuff. So to me, when we do 80%, it's very, very quality stuff. And so that 20% is probably, Chipotle and, fat snacks,
you're
cookies for dinner.
Chipotle as 20. I see
For me, that's my 20%. It's very individualized. Nutrition is gray, guys.
We have different.
There's no black and white.
Yeah.
Right? I think so.
Chipotle is in the 80. Why would that be in the 20?
That's in the 20 for me, because it uses vegetable oils in the
But
meat.
just like a little.
Yeah, but to me, it doesn't make me feel good. For me, optimal isn't just the food, but it's like how I feel. After I eat
Smoothie King? Is that in the 20?
Yeah, that's in the 20.
Okay.
$5 Friday, guys.
Yeah.
If I'm drinking 32 ounces of Smoothie King, that's in my 20.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the 80 is grass-fed, grass-finished beef from a local farm where the fat is super yellow. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on where you are on the spectrum. But I think just approaching it 80-20, 90-10, whatever you want to do, is just a reminder that it's not black and white. You're not on and off. The third one. So it just happened. You saw the box of donuts. Tell them the story about break room.
You go in at 10 a.m. The donuts are out there, right? And the usual people that eat the donuts, they grab a donut, no big deal. Their coffee, their donut, they go to work.
I admire those people.
Me too. It's a little bit admirable. And, no different from any other day. But you push through, you don't get the donut at 10 a.m. because you're better than them.
Yeah.
And then 2 p.m. comes around, you're going in for your next coffee, no one's in the break room. 4 donuts are just staring you in the face.
Ugh.
You grab a couple, go back to your desk, eat them, no one knows.
What does that lead to?
It will sometimes lead to me, this is like back
driving
in the day.
home to Pizza Hut.
No, Domino's Pizza Tracker. So Domino's, they're so good at this. 3 p.m., the email comes to your inbox. You click like 2 buttons and you have the pizza tracker.
Yep.
15 minutes before you leave work, Domino's on your way home, pick it up. That's usually where the donuts at 2 p.m. lead. This is my previous life, right?
Yeah.
So if you cheat unplanned fashion, the main thing is you just got to kind of forget about it. Where do you go from there? What do you do the next morning?
Yeah. Do you fast 48 hours and run on the treadmill at the same time so you can get back into ketosis as fast as possible?
That is surprisingly a common answer from you guys, just because you guys comment a lot and you're like, yeah, I cheated yesterday, 24-hour fast today, no big deal. And it is easy to fast because you just ate tons of terrible food the previous night, so you're full.
Right.
But it starts a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Fasting, cheating, running, fasting, like that whole thing.
Yeah.
So the harder thing to do, and probably the better thing to do, is just get right back on your plan. Even if you're not that hungry, eat your normal breakfast, have your normal whatever you do.
Yeah.
Do nothing different. And then over time, I think you'll just stop having as many cheats. But if you try to get it back and have some kind of reactionary thing to the cheat meal, you're going to just cheat more often.
Yeah, I'd agree. I would definitely say unplanned cheats can happen. They most likely will happen for a majority of people. And in those instances, I don't know, I guess try and be present. It's hard to be present, right, when you're just shoveling a box of donuts down, especially if you've been 100-0. If you've been super, super strict the entire time, some sort of a binge or some sort of a cheat, unplanned cheat can happen. And when that happens, you don't want to have this mental guilt, this mental association with cheating and then feel like you have to make up for it somehow, because that's not going to lead, like Matt said, to a healthy cycle of eating, a long-term style of eating. So that's where planning it out comes in, and then reminding yourself that nutrition is great, and if I have this 80-20, this little bit of cushion, then if the cheat happens, it happened. And what I can do to get back on track is just literally get back on track. There's no magic bullet. The keto diet isn't even a magic bullet, right? But it's allowing you to make better choices and feel really good. And so you can have those cheats and you can live your balanced life.
Where'd you learn this nutrition is gray thing? I like that.
That is the big 3. So you got plan it out, which is what we personally do. 80-20, which is also what I do. Smoothie King, tomorrow's $5 Friday. And then 3, you had just an unplanned happy hour, tachos, 7 beers, you don't know what happened, you blacked out. You just respond with just getting back on plan and not letting it just bring you down. Don't let unplanned cheats hinder your progress for the long term, guys.
And if you take a look back, sometimes this can help because right after you do the unplanned cheat, you're not happy about it, right?
Yeah.
You broke the trust with yourself. You were going to stick to this plan. You didn't stick to it. But if you look back and you're like, oh, last month I had 2 cheats. This month, this was my first cheat, and we're almost to the end of the month. You can see a pattern of improvement, and that can maybe give you some reassurance that you're improving slowly but surely. If you look back years, you'll definitely notice some improvement. So just, keep sticking with it. Keep trying.
You got it. So anyway, those are the approaches. Let us know down below how much whole foods and just how carnivore you are.
Yeah.
But seriously.
You don't need to tell them that.
No.
Oh, funny story
You'll tell us
though.
anyway.
Funny story. We were at a basketball game. Random person we never met before.
Oh, yeah.
We were in a conversation with them. They didn't know us or anything from Keto Connect. But organically, I was like, I've heard about this before. You know how to tell someone's a vegan? They'll tell you about it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah. We were talking about, I don't even know, Theo, and she's like, yeah, I'm vegan. I was like, oh, cool. I didn't know what
we were talking about Indian cuisine because you're Indian, and she was like, oh, I love Indian cuisine because I've recently become vegan, and they just have so many vegan options.
And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of vegetables. That's all I can say. Because but anyway, those are our approaches. Let us know down below for real, though. What you do, what works for you, because what works for you may work for someone else. And that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to learn from each other, to help one another, to push each other along, because we want to make this a long-term, balanced, healthy lifestyle, guys.